Once again, we say good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to the Bellevue Bruin Sports Network as we get ready for the second game of our Saturday afternoon doubleheader. The Bellevue University men now take the floor, taking on the visiting Valley City State University Vikings. Congratulations to the Bellevue women. They defeated the Valley City State women by a 5-point advantage in game number 1. Now we turn our attention in an abbreviated opening to the men's contest. Valley City 8-3 on the season. This is their first game in the North Star Athletic Association for the Bellevue Bruins. 6-5 on the year, 0-1 conference play as the Bruins dropped their opener last night to Mayville State. Mick Krupski and John Schreiner joining you this afternoon. John, what do you look for as a key maybe here for today's contest?
Yeah, it's a difference in the way that these teams are set up. Valley City State, they have only played 10 players the entire season, and they have 6 players who are averaging 21 minutes a game or more. Bellevue runs 2 platoons. Now, they will line change between groups of 5. This will be interesting to see who has the fresher legs when we get to that fourth quarter. Valley City State, which runs a short bench, or Bellevue, which plays 10, 11, 12 players on a given day.
Public address announcer Ray Quinn already into the starters for the Valley City State Vikings. We'll give them to you here since it's already underway. For the Valley City Vikings out of Valley City, North Dakota, starting lineup, number 3, Lamar Grayson. Number 4, Odier Olange. Number 12, Shahid Mohammed. Number 21, Caden Grindy. And number 33, Jaden Pacha. For the Bellevue Bruins, starting lineup, the first 5, number 2, TJ Fritz. Number 5, Nigel Wilson. Number 11, Christian Carter. Number 14, Raphael Allen. And number 15, Liam Thompson. So these two teams, second game of the conference season for the Bruins, first game in the North Star Athletic Association for the Vikings. The Bruins are clad in their purple uniform with gold trim. The Vikings in white with maroon trim. TJ Fritz, the leading scorer, 12.8 for the Bruins. Lamar Grayson, the leading scorer for the Vikings, averaging 17.7. We'll be underway in just a few moments. Thanks again for joining us on the Bellevue Bruin Sports Network this afternoon. If you would like to be part of our broadcast, send along a text message. My number is 402-515-7654. We'll give that to you a couple of times. Opening tip in the air, and it is controlled by the Valley City State Vikings. First possession knocked away all the way the length of the floor, having to retrieve it. Here's Shahid Mohammed. Nigel Wilson coming out to play defense. Mohammed steps across the line, launches for 3, and it will go out of bounds. Opening shot off the mark. Bruins will have their first possession.
With the first 5 here for Bellevue, they've got a pretty significant size advantage on the floor, Mick. They look like the bigger, longer team. We'll see if they can make that pay.
Nigel Wilson handling the ball, not the point guard. There's Christian Carter. He'll take it near the top of the key. Liam Thompson, his first touch. Looking underneath to Nigel Wilson in traffic. Nigel knocked out of bounds, and they say that's going to be a foul.
Yeah, Odier Olange, who's familiar with the Omaha area, transferred from Iowa Western to Valley City State.
And I gave you the wrong, Odier Olange. I'm sorry, let's get that corrected early on. So here's Liam Thompson, little baby hook. Liam, the first Bruin in the scorebook tonight. The native of Arizona puts the Bruins on the board. Again, hi to his family listening in. Glad you guys are with us once again, as everybody lending us eyes and ears this Saturday afternoon. Drive to the basket, a little finger roll, no good, off the miss by Mohammed. He's 0 for 2 tonight, taking the first 2 shots for the Vikings. Little backcourt pressure. Raphael Allen across to Christian Carter. Took about 8.5 seconds to get across the timeline. Nigel Wilson will waste no time taking that shot from the top of the key, off the mark. The rebound to Caden Grindy. On the drive, Lamar Grayson, pull-up jump shot. That one gets a touch on the rim and down. Grayson, the leading scorer for the Vikings. Again, some backcourt pressure. Nigel Wilson comes up to help. Liam Thompson to Nigel Wilson. Fingertip catch, knocked out of bounds. It'll stay Bellevue basketball. Good defensive play by Jaden Pacha.
And we'll see how quickly Does Valley City State go to the bench? As I mentioned from the outset, Mick, this is a team has their front five play a ton of minutes. Not a very deep bench for this squad. And how long does it take Lucas Gabriel to make his first switch?
Nigel Wilson receives the entry pass. Working one-on-one. Shot clock now into single digits. Here's TJ Fritz, his first shot of the afternoon from behind the arc, and it's on the money.
Well, if you're on that Bellevue bench, you love to see that. TJ Fritz hitting an early shot. He can get it going.
TJ had 19 points last night, and the Bruins lost to Mayville State. A very heart-wrenching loss. The Bruins had a lead, let it get away in the final seconds. Drive to the basket. Nice move there by Lamar Grayson, high off the glass.
Grayson giving up about 9 inches of height to Nigel Wilson, going up over top.
Nigel, the team leader in blocks for the Bruins, couldn't get to that one, however. Fritz again from distance, nothing but net 2 times for TJ Fritz, the Manhattan, Kansas native. Comes out smoking.
Oh, he's feeling it early, too. He had a ton of confidence in that heat check 3.
Almost a travel violation there. Grayson able to keep his footing, however. Now another drive to the basket. That time, they won't be able to keep his pivot as Shaheed Mohammed is called for the traveling violation. Emar Vincent checking into the Bruin lineup. So we don't see the wholesale change. Also, we've got on the floor J.J. Montgomery. So Emar from right here in Omaha. J.J. out of Hayward, California. Double team trap near the half-court line. Carter able to dribble out of that. Thompson over near the Viking bench trying to look inside to Vincent. Cut off there, so over the top to Christian. Shot clock to 7. TJ, he made a three-pointer there seconds ago. He's got another one. 3 out of 3 from behind the arc.
Wow, TJ Fritz. I mean, you can't start much hotter than that.
He's the sharpshooter for the Bruins over the last 2 years. When he's hot, he's hot. A little bit lower than what his percentage was last year, but 3 for 3, that'll help improve it. Dribbling exhibition down the sideline. Basket up and in by Lamar Grayson, a senior out of Richfield, Minnesota.
Yeah, Grayson's looking good, Mick. He's a player that Bellevue's going to have to stop.
Here's Emar Vincent coming on the high post. Fritz from this near side. 4
Oh,
for
my
4.
goodness. And gives a little shrug to the crowd like, what do you want from me? I can't miss.
4 for 4, 12 of the 14 points off the hot hand of TJ Fritz from the top of the key, from the corner, from anywhere. On the dribble drive, Lamar Grayson, he'll give it off to Odier Olange. Foul called on the drive to the basket. Emar Vincent picks up his first personal foul. 1 team foul against each squad so far through the first 4.5 minutes. Valley City State women's basketball squad right behind the baseline there. The entry pass, quick turnaround shot by Shaheed Mohammed. Foul no good. TJ gets the rebound for the Bruins. And Montgomery will bring it up the floor again. Backcourt pressure. Montgomery able to dribble around it. Baseline drive cut off there on the defensive end. Liam Thompson feeds to TJ Fritz. Let's make it 5 for 5. Incredible. Incroyable.
Unbelievable start for TJ Fritz.
I'm not sure what the consecutive 3-point baskets made record is for the Bruins, but TJ's got to be getting close to it if he doesn't already have it. Nice baseline move, but the shot too strong on the miss by Lamar Grayson.
And TJ's over there saying, give me the ball.
Yeah,
give me the ball again.
Who are the Bruins going to feed it to here? Liam Thompson had an open look. He'll pass it up. Montgomery will shoot the tray. JJ knocks it down. An incredible 6 out of 7 from distance for the Bellevue Bruins. Head coach Ryan Montgomery from Valley City State can just shake his head. What do you do about this?
I mean, there is on fire, and then there is nuclear. Nick, this team is unreal from outside right now. Just everything falling, and it started with the couple of makes from TJ Fritz. He's 5 for 5 from out there. And then Montgomery was like, I want in on this too. He knocks one in, and it is a runaway already in this first quarter.
We don't get a chance to say this very often, but the Bellevue Bruins shooting 88% from the floor. That's a little bit above their season average, which is not bad at 48, but 40 percentage points higher than their average. Whew. Even the officials are smiling and laughing about the start the Bruins have put up. Bellevue 7 out of 8 from the floor, 6 out of 7 from three-point land.
I mean, the Bruins have come out just throwing haymakers, and the Vikings just haven't had an answer.
Vikings trying to do something here to survive this hot start by the Bruins. R.J. Smith into the game for the Bruins. Caleb Chang as well. Deng Zhao back in. Raphael Allen on the floor as well. Foul call underneath. That will send Odier Olange to the free throw line. Olange is 6'6" senior out of St. Cloud, Minnesota.
Yeah, Wilson just a little aggressive on the closeout there. Didn't stay vertical, got into the body. Got called for the bump.
Olange averaging just under 10 points per game. He gets his first one of the night on the free throw line. Jerome Washington checking into the game for Valley City. Hey, happy birthday, Jerome Washington. We got a text from family or friends. Say, hey, be sure to give a shout out. Number 13, Jerome Washington, happy birthday.
It's a really big lineup on the floor for Bellevue right now. You got R.J. Smith at 6'8", Nigel Wilson at 6'9", and you got Deng Zhao at 6'9". So three big bodies on the floor right now for the Bruins.
Don't usually see this very often, but Lucas Gabriel just trying to do something a little bit different here today. Take advantage of matchups. There's R.J. Smith coming up for the high screen for Raphael Allen. Raphael splits the defense. Here it goes, and he'll be called for the offensive foul. I think it was number 12, Shahid Muhammad, who he crashed into, so that'll be his first personal foul. Third team foul against the Bruins. Lucas Gabriel not real happy with that call. Looked like it occurred outside the restricted area. Back to work go the Valley City State Vikings. Perimeter passing into the hands of Jerome Washington, the birthday boy today. Congrats to him. Pull-up jump shot off the mark. The rebound to Raphael Allen off the miss by Lamar Grayson. Trying to get the double-team trap. And the Bruins will call a timeout. Lucas Gabriel from across the way wanting to save the possession will call his first timeout of the game with 13:37 remaining in the first half. The Bruins up to 20 points and the Vikings with 8.
Man, I mean, this is just a dream start for Bellevue here after you had the heartbreaking loss last night. You wonder, what's the mood? How's everybody going to be feeling today? Sometimes those tight losses where you give it away late can really affect you riding into the next game, but it looks like they have flushed that and flushed it pretty easy, Mick.
Doing a great job to get this one started on the right foot. Hopefully it'll finish on the right foot for Bellevue fans as well. Again, that text message number if you want to join our broadcast this afternoon, 402-515-7654. And the basket on a nice drive by Raphael Allen and a chance for the conventional three-point play.
Yeah, he was frustrated with himself after he dribbled into that trap, got across the timeline and stuck in the corner. Came out of there after his head coach called a timeout. He was pretty upset with himself, but made up for it right there and a chance for an and one.
Raphael gets himself ready for the free throw. Senior 6'4" out of Gary, Indiana.
The home of Michael Jackson.
Hey, there we go. Off the back of the rim, R.J. Smith trying to keep it alive. However, it's corralled by Lamar Grayson. The Vikings trying to stay with the Bruins. Deng Zhao had his hand on it temporarily, and then R.J. Smith crashed into him. Deng still picking himself up off the floor. Raphael Allen gets control of the basketball. The Bruins bring it up. Here's Caleb Chang again trying to avoid the double-team trap inside the half-court line. Bruins doing a nice job bringing the post player up high to help out to get it across the timeline. Halfway through the shot clock. Here's Zhao. Now Chang. Allen back to Chang. Smith with the high screen. Caleb will launch for three, and Caleb knocks it down. The three-point onslaught continues. The Bruins, 7 out of 8 from behind the arc.
Man, that is something else.
It's just a shake your head kind of a start for the Bruins.
We're running out of ways to describe it.
To the basket. A whistle blows. Count the basket on the drive by Ladarius Stanfield. Lucas Gabriel not happy with the no call on the initial penetration, then even unhappier with the foul call on the made basket. Ladarius Stanfield to the free throw line.
And the foul was on Raphael Allen, and I don't know where it could have happened, Mick. It seems like a curious call to me.
Stanfield averages about 5.5 points per game for the Vikings.
And Lucas Gabriel over on the sideline still discussing that call with the official who's standing over there.
No go on the free throw attempt. Bruins again doing a good job of getting through the backcourt pressure. Feed inside. R.J. Smith will finish off the Nigel Wilson assist. That's one of the trademark of the Bruins on this season. The number of assists per made baskets has been outstanding. There's another example.
Yeah, it's just a good find by Nigel Wilson. Drew the pressure and made a good pass.
Bounce pass inside. Wilson will pick up the foul here. As back to the free throw line will go Ladarius Stanfield. Second free throw against Nigel. He'll head to the bench for probably the rest of the first half. Talking with head coach Lucas Gabriel across the way. Friendly roll off the rim.
Here comes the line change. 5 new players for Bellevue.
Carter, Thompson, Vinson, Montgomery, and Fritz. Let's see if TJ keeps that hot hand going.
Did he keep the pilot light lit while he was on the bench?
2 free throws made by Stanfield. 27-12. Working up ahead to Liam Thompson. He'll hold up as everybody gets across this side of the floor. Vincent comes out in the high post. Across the way, Carter will use the screen. No give and go available. Thompson finds an open look for J.J. Montgomery in the corner. That one's off the mark. E.J. Vincent almost had the offensive board, but instead Stanfield comes away with the defensive grab.
They can miss a jump shot. I was beginning to wonder.
Inside move doesn't come to avail a point for Lamar Grayson. Again, the Bruins able to get pressure. Open look, TJ Fritz in the corner, quick release. He'll follow up to try to get the board, can't quite control it. The Vikings will come away. So TJ proves he is human. Contact made inside. It'll stay Vikings basketball. Oh, they'll stay Bellevue basketball. Jaden Pacha just lost control of the basketball across the way. Head coach Ryan Montgomery pleading the case with the officials. So haven't seen many cases where head coaches have won an argument with an official on the basketball floor. Here's another example. Emar Vincent to Liam Thompson. That one's stolen away. Quick hands inside by Lamar Grayson. And stolen away by TJ Fritz. And he'll go up and he'll make the layup. Good hustle by TJ Fritz, his first non-3-point basket of the afternoon.
Yeah, but he's already got 17 points, Mick.
Through the first 9 minutes of the game. That's a pretty darn good average. Stanfield with the basketball, working against Carter. Stanfield somehow keeps that left foot planted on the floor. Liam Thompson cleans the glass and will head the other way again for the Bruins. Thompson to Vincent. Emar to the basket. Contact made. That's going to be a blocking foul against the Vikings. That'll leave an impression on you.
Oof.
Jerome Washington picks up the first personal foul. He's a senior out of Andover, Kansas. Emar to the free throw line.
Yeah, Emar's not a guy you really are excited to stand in front of as he's coming down the middle of the lane.
Emar's a 67% free throw shooter on his limited time this year. No knee brace or leg brace or anything today, so that's a good sign as he's been hampered by injuries throughout his high school and college career. Working himself into more playing times as he basically gets his wind.
Yeah, you got to get into game shape.
Short on both those free throws attempt, however, and the rebound brought down by Pacha. And then the turnover, so
Yeah, just a little miscommunication between Muhammad and Pacha. He was looking for Muhammad to get up the floor with that pass, and his point guard wasn't moving.
The Vikings' last game was December 3rd. It was a trouncing 113-76 over Trinity Bible College. Somehow Emar Vincent gets that pass from Thompson and able to finish at the basket. And a warning issued to Emar about don't touch the basketball after it goes through the hoop. 31-12 as we reach the 10-minute mark. We'll have a media timeout at our next stoppage of play. Vikings trying to stay in this one against the hot-handed Bellevue University Bruins. Down low is Pacha. Thompson guarding him. Pull-up jump shot is good. Count the basket for Ladarius Stanfield. He's been the leading scorer now with 8. Looking ahead. Tipped off. It'll stay Bellevue basketball. Little too much arch on that pass for that distance. Odier Olange and Nick Carlson check in for the Vikings, but first we'll have this break. Media timeout on the floor. The Bruins lead it 31-14.
Yeah, Bellevue's come out and just looked really sharp, Nick. They've been good on the defensive end, and they have obviously shot the ball very well. But they have just really looked like a team that is determined to not let it come down to the final shot again. They are dominating, performing very well, executing at a very high level right now.
Very good. Hey, we've got some texts in the queue, so let's get them. The first one from the 510 area code. It's a compliment for you and me, John. Shout out to the Bellevue announcers. Great game calling on point.
All right.
Our heads are swelling. Yeah, thank you very much. We appreciate that.
Don't have to break my own arm patting my back.
Bruins are on fire with a fire emoji and exclamation points. Go JJ from Mom and Dad. That's JJ Montgomery's family out in California. Nice job on that 3, Caleb. We're watching from San Jose. It's Gloria and Andrew. Nice job by Caleb Chang. And one more before we get back to the action. Let's do this, Bruins. JJ, 5 more sleeps till you come home for the holidays. Love from Nana and Papa. So all the folks around Hayward, California, connected to JJ Montgomery, joining us again today.
The broadcast is big in California today.
All right. John Schreiner there, Mick Krupski here as we get back to the action. Bruins basketball with a 17-point lead. Deng Jal across the way to Caleb Chang. Bellevue will reset the office. Shot clock into single digits. Chang, kick up. Pass a little bit too low for Deng Jal to handle. So turnover against the Bruins. That's their 3rd of the game, 4 against Valley City.
Yeah, that's one of those that was halfway between a chest pass and a bounce pass.
Didn't quite get the job done on that. So the Vikings trying to stay in this one halfway through the first half of action. Second game of the conference season for the home team. The first game for Valley City. They'll play tomorrow afternoon in Madison, South Dakota against Dakota State. A little bit different schedule for them. And Deng Jal is going to be called for the foul as Jaden Pacha hits the ground.
Yeah, it's a good sell by Pacha. He kind of lost his footing a little bit and fell into it, but really sold it to get the call.
Official has to call something.
You got to call something.
Play, so yeah. That's the 6th team foul against the Bellevue Bruins. So Vikings will be shooting 1-and-1s on the next Bellevue team foul. A turnaround look. The shot by Shaheed Muhammad. No good. The miss inside by Carlson. And Raphael Allen will come away with it.
Yeah, Carlson just mistimed the jump there. Didn't read it well.
Across the timeline. Entry pass and Nigel Wilson. Caleb Chang on the assist. Wilson with the flush.
Wow, Nigel from the sky to the bottom of the net. The throwdown on the alley-oop.
Bruins hitting from distance and hitting from close in. Here's Olange working against Jal. Ball loose on the floor, and it'll stay with the Vikings. Good defensive battle there. Deng Jal, Omaha native, working hard.
Yeah, Deng Jal is a guy who Lucas Gabriel called maybe one of the biggest surprises of the year. He's a guy who really hadn't been in the mix prior to this season, but has worked really hard and gotten himself some playing time, has really earned it through his effort and practice.
Third year in the program for Deng. He redshirted previously, played a little bit last year. Turnaround jump shot just before the buzzer, no good on the attempt by Mohammed. And Raphael Allen pulls down another Bellevue rebound. Over the top on the pass, Caleb Cheng will calmly wait for the defenders to fall off him, and the Bruins will reset the offense. Under 8 minutes in the first half. Here's Jal. Caleb Cheng has 1 3-pointer to his credit. That one won't go down. The rebound to Pacha. He's going to bring the ball up the floor. He'll find a teammate. And Nick Carlson will convert.
The 3-point shot's not falling right now. Bellevue's missed 3 in a row.
And Deng Jal off the assist from Nigel Wilson. The Bruins, again, great job of finding a teammate with a good shot.
Yeah, and when the outside shots aren't falling, you get the easy ones. That's how you get it back on the right side of the ledger.
Bruins with 14 made baskets tonight. They've had assists on 12 of the 14. That's a great percentage. Somehow, Lamar Grayson able to keep his pivot foot, turn a couple of times and get the shot to go down.
Grayson's crafty. He's shown that a couple of times around the rim.
Here's R.J. Smith, loses control of the basketball. Pacha leading the controlled break. Chess up into Raphael Allen. They'll say Allen will be called for the foul. Pacha heads to the free throw line for 2 shots here. Second personal.
Who did they call it on?
It's got to be an incorrect number on the board here. I thought it was against Raphael Allen, but 23 is Deng Jal, who wasn't really near the play. First free throw is good. Into the game for the Vikings.
It's officially in the book as a foul on Deng Jal.
Okay. Foul goes against Caden Grindy. Or excuse me, Caden Grindy into the game for the Vikings. Timeout on the floor with 6:55 to go in the first half. The Bruins 35, the Vikings 19, a 16-point lead for the Bruins, courtesy of that hot start.
Well, weirdly, Bellevue might be fortunate that the foul was on Jal because it would have been 3 on Raphael Allen. So got the call on Deng Jal, maybe to our eyes erroneously, but
yeah.
it could be a break for Bellevue.
We never make mistakes, do we?
Not us. Not me and you, Mick.
All right, let's get to these texts in the queue. Let's go, RJ and the Bruins, from your biggest fan, your dad, RJ Smith. And Mr. Smith is dad. There we go. Keep up the good shooting, Bruins. The Geisers listening in Oklahoma. That's associate head coach Nate Geiser's family. They're always with us. We appreciate that. And one more, go JJ, Robbie, Cayman, and Caitlin are listening in. Thanks again, everybody, for playing along with us on this Saturday afternoon. Almost 5:30 Central Time. Last night we had an ice storm that came through while the contest was going on. Things are better traveling today. The joys of the Midwest in the month of December. Back to the free throw line goes the 6'6", 6'5" senior from Houston, Texas, Jaden Pacha. And he'll make it for the basket. Now 2 points for him on the night. Montgomery on the receiving end. That was tipped out of bounds. It'll stay Bellevue basketball. It's a tough place to go to receive the entry pass because you've got 2 lines and 2 defenders to keep you in check. Carter, Montgomery, Fritz, Thompson, and Vincent, the 5 Bruins on the floor. A foul call on the play. Shaheed Mohammed picks up his first personal foul. Just the 4th team foul against Valley City.
Yeah, they're defending tight.
Vincent again, the post coming out to help out with ball handling duties to beat the press. Montgomery over to Thompson. Thompson to TJ Fritz. Open look, JJ, the turnaround shot, kisses off the glass, and he gives the, oh yeah, I planned it that way, look.
Hey, when it's going right, it's just going right sometimes.
The 8th three-pointer made, 8 out of 12 for the Bruins from behind the arc this afternoon. When you're hot, you're hot. Wasn't that a Jerry Reed song back in the day?
Yeah, you might be right about that.
Emar Vincent deflected a shot. TJ Fritz picks up the loose basketball, and the Bruins pushing ahead. Chris Carter looking inside, nothing available there, so the Bruins will put it out to Vincent, top of the key. Montgomery, number 32 in the Bruin uniform. Thompson finds Christian Carter in the corner. Yes, Christian Carter, another tray for the Bruins. His mom here got to be real happy with that one.
They had a little bit of a lull shooting the three, did Bellevue, but right back to raining from the outside.
9 out of 13. And off the foot, and that's going to be an over and back violation. The turnover against Lamar Grayson. Second time we've seen that off the foot turnover. Bruins continue to be doubling up over the Vikings, now 41-20. More than doubling up for all of you math aficionados out there. Bruins reverse the basketball. Shot clock into single digits. Whenever you hear the shouting in the background, that's the Bruin bench. TJ Fritz picks right back up. TJ Fritz.
How about 20 first half points for TJ Fritz? Unreal.
We'll have to ask Bill Mullins to get us some record book situations here for TJ if he keeps with this hot hand. The number of consecutive made throw. Yeah, not consecutive. He missed one along the way. Drive to the basket by Odier Olange. He'll head to the free throw line.
Number 15, Thompson.
Liam Thompson picks up his first personal foul. Now 8 team fouls against Bellevue.
Olange is shooting.
High arcing free throw shot is good. Olange's a 71% free throw shooter on the season. He's got 4 points now. All of them from the free throw line.
It's just, when you're Valley City and you're playing against a team that's shooting the ball like this, it just starts to feel like there's almost nothing you can do. You feel like you're defending it pretty well. You're doing the best you can, and everything they throw at the rim just finds a way through.
Nice move by Emar Vincent, the big man, showing some skills, showing some nice flexibility inside to work around his defender and get the easy shot. Emar with 4 points. Emar shouting to his teammates on the defensive end as well, directing traffic. Shot won't go down. Liam Thompson will pick up the rebound off the miss by Lamar Grayson. Feed ahead to Emar again. Wow. Great body control by Vincent off that catch. And again, another assisted basket for the Bruins.
It probably wasn't the wisest pass from Liam Thompson, but Emar Vincent bailed him out.
There's a move inside by Lamar Grayson for the basket and the and one. Again, Lucas Gabriel pleading the case for his team, and defenders going straight up. And again, a wholesale change for the Bruins.
Wholesale line change.
Kudos to the guys going out.
Wilson, Ellen, Shaw, and Smith.
Yeah, this might be the only area in this first half that Bellevue hasn't been great. They've committed a few too many fouls, and they've put Valley City State on the line quite a lot here in the opening frame, but everything else, I mean, it's just been to perfection.
And Valley City 8 out of 10 from the free throw line with that miss. That's helping to keep them in the game. R.J. Smith comes to the rescue on that bounce pass from Caleb Chang. The Bruins back into their offense. Chang directing traffic from the point guard position. Nigel Wilson comes up to receive the pass, working down the right side. Fingertip roll, no good, but R.J. Smith there for the putback and basket. This is a really tall, athletic team for the Bruins with Smith and Wilson and Jal on the floor. And the Bruins out to run. Here's Raphael Allen in traffic. That's going to, that's one I won't agree with, is Looked more like a flop, but instead, Raphael will get called for the offensive charge.
Yeah, not happy with himself either because he picks up his third and he's going to have to sit for the rest of the first half.
He gets a hug and a talk from head coach Lucas Gabriel across the way. Shahid Muhammad will bring the ball across the timeline. Under 3 minutes to go in the first half. Muhammad gives it off. Now Muhammad with the drive toward the lane. Help defense results in a tough shot, no basket. But Muhammad will go to the free throw line for 2 more shots. The native of Arden Hills, Minnesota.
11th personal foul of this first half, Mick, and that's the only place, again, where Bellevue could get into trouble is if they get some guys into foul trouble and have to sit them down and make that rotation a little shorter because it's been going really well so far.
First free throw is good. Now, first point of the game for Shahid Muhammad. 0 for 7 from the floor, and he was 0 for 3 from behind the arc. So now 1 for 1 from the free throw line, and now 2 for 2.
And it's both Ding Jal and Raphael Allen with 3 fouls in the first half.
Fritz comes to the rescue on the inbounds pass. Ahead to Nigel Wilson just in time. The Bruins a 2-on-1. Oh, a little too strong on that pass. Nigel shakes his head. He knew he whistled that one too hot to RJ. It went right through his hands.
He just hesitated a little bit. I think if he takes it strong at the rack and then makes the pass, he has a little easier time. That hesitation allowed the defender to get set and create a little bit of a tough passing lane.
Valley City, entry pass inside. RJ Smith with the steal off the fingertips of Ladarius Stanfield. Again, Valley City's kept that pressure at half court or just before the entire game. Here's TJ Fritz. His pass is deflected. RJ Smith tried to get it, but a turnover created by the Viking defense. Running ahead. Awkward shot from underneath. That looks like Christian Carter is going to be called on that foul. And more free throws upcoming for the Vikings. This time Lamar Grayson will step to the line.
And we go back to the line. Step it up.
First personal against Carter.
And when you're shooting 20 of 25 and a half of basketball, I mean, there's not a lot to complain about, right? But on the defensive end, again, just not as disciplined as you'd like to see for the Bruins. This game could basically be over at this point, Mick. If they don't put Valley City State on the free throw line as many times as they have in the opening 18 minutes, this game is 50-14, and then there's no chance for them to come back.
Yeah, 11 of the 27 points coming from the free throw line. Again, the Bruins have the possession. Caleb Cheng is fouled from behind. That's just the 5th team foul against the Vikings, so no free throws upcoming yet.
His first team, 5th.
So basically the same thing. It moved a couple of feet where it went out of bounds. Carter, the trigger man. Chang on the receiving end. Back to Christian. Ahead. NFL quarterback will be proud of the touch on that pass. TJ Fritz will get 3 free throws. The basket doesn't go in, but 3 free throw attempts for the second-year Bellevue Bruin.
Team 6.
And what was the call there that he was in the landing zone for Fritz? Because I don't think he touched him on the arm.
Whatever it is, TJ's getting 3 attempts here. TJ started his college career at National Park College. Second year as a Bellevue Bruin. First one is good. Last year he was a North Star honorable mention player. Averaged 13.5 points per game last year. This year, 12.8.
It's going up after today.
Yeah. He's passed that already in the first half. 22 points now with that first free throw. Both free throws, excuse me. And a trifecta for TJ. 53-27. Again, the Bruins have maintained a 2-1 advantage throughout pretty much the entirety of this game. Entry pass knocked out of bounds. Good defensive play by Christian Carter. The feed from Grayson to Stanfield winds up out of bounds. 18 seconds left on the shot clock for Valley City. comes away with it. Bruins doing a nice job of being patient, getting the ball across that half-court line as we near 1 minute and 1 seconds. A couple of possessions before the halftime break. Wilson looking inside, finds TJ Fritz. Why would you leave him alone? Short. Wow. On the shot, but a one-handed put-back in basket by R.J. Smith. Nice athletic play by the big guy. Smith from El Dorado Hills, California, will go for the old-fashioned three-point play here.
I mean, he was hooked and being held down and still managed to get the big paw up and put it through the net. That was amazing. Good play, RJ.
Free throw, and we got the old-fashioned three-pointer. RJ shouting out the directions to the Bellevue defense as the Vikings try to stay somewhat in this. A little difficulty handling the basketball there by Washington. The pass inside to Stanfield. Nice flyby as he waits for the basket. Stanfield now with 8 points on the afternoon. TJ again will get the good look, and again he'll knock it down. TJ Fritz, an incredible 7 out of 9. He's only missed twice from behind the arc this afternoon. 26 first half points.
He is seeing it well.
Final possession of the half. The drive, left-handed shot is up and in by Shaheed Mohammed. And there's the halftime buzzer. The Bellevue Bruins with a dominating performance, 59-31 over the visiting Valley City State Vikings.
Man, what a first half. 22 of 28 from the floor. 79% field goal percentage for Bellevue. When you shoot the ball like that, Mick, you aren't going to lose. It is just incredible the way that they have come out and been so sharp on the offensive end, even in the face of a really good pressing and trapping defense for Valley City State that has caused problems. They've been able to break it, and when they've gotten their shot, they have hit them. It has been a tremendous first half performance for Bellevue, especially when you consider what they went through last night, giving away that game late on a late turnover that resulted in a buzzer beater.
As you mentioned, John, 79% from the floor, 69% from behind the three-point arc, 11 out of 16. TJ Fritz leading the way with 7 of those 11 from behind the arc, but the Bruins just dominating, putting points on the board. Take a quick look. There we go. We got to update that screen. Sorry. Individual scoring in the first half of action. Obviously, we know TJ Fritz leading the Bruins with 26. R.J. Smith with 7. J.J. Montgomery and Emar Vincent with 6 apiece. Caleb Chang and Christian Carter, 3 points apiece, courtesy of the three-point shot. Nigel Wilson with 2. Raphael Allen with 2. Liam Thompson with 2. And Deng Zhao with 2. So TJ's the headliner, but everybody that's played for the Bruins has put points on the board.
Yeah, they've spread the wealth around. It's been a really good first half performance.
For Valley City, Lamar Grayson, the leading scorer with 11 points. Ladarius Stanfield has 8. Odier Olange has 4. Shaheed Mohammed has 4. 2 for Nick Carlson, 2 for Jaden Pacha. That's where we stand at halftime. Another quick check of the text message queue. Keep up the great offensive shooting and excellent defense. Go Bruins. Keep up the good work, Liam Thompson. His grandparents listening in Scottsdale, Arizona. Had a chance to meet them a couple of weeks or so ago. Glad you guys are always with us. Go Nigel. Play hard, Bruins. That comes from Deborah, Nigel's mom down there in Tucson. Glad you're joining us as well. And keep it up, Bruins, from Jim and Rita from Oslo, Minnesota. All right, glad you guys are all watching. Coast to coast, we've got texts from all over the place. We appreciate that. We'll give that number one more time before we take our break. It's 402-515-7654. Bruin fans and Viking fans, send along your greetings. Tell us who you are, where you are, and words of information you want us to pass along. We'll be back in about 7 or 8 minutes. Mick Krupski and John Schreiner on the Bellevue Bruins Sports Network. Welcome back to the Bellevue Bruins Sports Network as we are finishing up our halftime break. About 3 minutes to go before we begin the final 20-minute session this afternoon. The Bruins with an incredible first half, 59-31 lead, 79% shooting from the floor, 69% shooting with 11 made three-pointers to go along with that. Just an outstanding effort by the Bruins to get this one started.
Well, it's got to feel good, too, Mick, because this is a Bellevue team that has scored 70 or fewer in 4 straight games. So to have a first half like that, to see the ball go through the hoop as many times as they did, especially from long range, that's got to feel like all the work you've put in, all the adjustments that you're making, all the effort has been for something when you get a performance like they had in that first half. Just tremendous.
Bellevue coming into today's action on a 3-game losing streak, as you mentioned, under the 70-point mark, 4 consecutive games. So only 11 to go to get to that mark, and an outside chance to break the century mark as well if they continue to shoot it as well as they have. Quick look at the remaining games on the schedule for the Bellevue men team in this month of December. On December 18th, Waldorf University, a former North Star Athletic Association fellow conference member, now part of the GPAC, will come to the Lozier Center. That's December 18th, a 6 o'clock tip-off for that. Then it's the Christmas break. The Bruins back in action in between Christmas and New Year's. On December 29th, they'll take on Haskell Indian Nations University, 7 o'clock start for that. And on December 30th versus number 14 rated, the Morningside Mustangs. Again, a 7 o'clock tip as part of the Sheraton 4 Points Basketball Classic.
Yep, this is a good home stretch here for Bellevue before they turn the calendar over to January and have to start going to those conference road games. So got to protect the home floor, get some wins, get that confidence up. Certainly the confidence should be high after that first half today.
January and February, all conference action. The Bruins with a little different format to the North Star play this year. Instead of home and home series, a 2-game matchup against each of the opponents. They'll be playing 3 games against each opponent, or a 15-game conference schedule. Only 6 schools in the North Star this year. Final seconds counting down towards the start of the second half. A couple of quick texts have come in as well. As I mentioned, Bill Mullins right on the Johnny on the spot, the Bellevue Sports Information Director, let us know that the single game 3-point record is 9 by Lee Ames back in 2014. So TJ with 7 at the half. He has a chance to tie or break a new record with that. And one final text, an impressive first half from the Geysers listening in Oklahoma. Good analysis on that. If you're Lucas Gabriel in the locker room at halftime, what do you tell your team?
I mean, don't foul. That's the only thing you can say. It's just we committed too many fouls. We put them to the line too often. Look, the best thing for the Vikings here in the second half will be scoring with the clock stopped, right? So just don't commit as many fouls as you did in that first half, and everything should be fine.
Bellevue with 22 made baskets in the first half to 10 for Valley City. Bruins have the opening possession in the second half. Let's get back to work. Bruins running some time off the clock on the opening possession. Kind of get the juices flowing once again. That's tipped out of bounds by Caden Grindy. It'll stay Bellevue basketball. 16 seconds on the shot clock. Again, that text message number, if you want to send along your greeting. Christian Carter launches. That's not part of the text number. Nigel Wilson almost had the board, but knocked away by Odier Olange. Driving down the floor. Contact, no basket. And now a whistle after the shot on the floor. Jaden Patchett had a pretty good look inside, but couldn't finish. And the foul committed on the floor by Liam Thompson. Second personal.
To the game, number 15, Vincent, and number 30.
Emar Vincent and J.J. Montgomery. Quick entries in to the Bruin lineup. Lamar Grayson. Bounce pass to Orlange. Little baby hook, no good. Emar Vincent tried to one-hand the rebound because the other hand was grabbed by Odier Olange. So that's his second personal foul. Each team now with 1 team foul.
The second team.
Still looking for the first points of this second half. Over the top pass to Liam Thompson, across the way to TJ Fritz. TJ feeds Emar Vincent inside. An easy basket for Emar off the assist from TJ Fritz.
Yeah, it would have been easy for TJ to just rise up and pop that thing. The way he shot the first half, just a smart play to find your big man down low, give him an easy bucket.
Shot off the mark on the attempt by Shaheed Mohammed. Bruins clear the glass and bring it the opposite way. Again, Bellevue in the purple uniforms, Valley City in the white. TJ Fritz off the mark on that one. Again, TJ needs 2 more three-pointers to tie the single-season three-point record by Lee Ames. No good on the shot. Nice job by Christian Carter using his backside to defend and get the board. Inside again to Emar. Emar creating some space, back out to Montgomery. JJ switches hands, a great athletic play. Driving the lane, switching hands, making the basket. JJ Montgomery. Again, a layup attempt by Jaden Pacha coming down the right side. It's off the mark and a technical foul coming up. Emar Vincent said something that he shouldn't have said, and the official will slap him with the technical, which also counts as a personal. And Lucas Gabriel will talk to the big man as he heads to the bench. Shooting the free throws will be Shaheed Mohammed. First one is good. Mohammed with 5 points on the afternoon. I guess it's evening now. It's after 6, right at 6 o'clock here Central Time.
Yeah, just a little rush of blood there for Emar Vincent. Just got ahead of himself a little bit. Got to cool off.
He got teed up last night too, so a little, I'm sure the talk that he'll have with Lucas Gabriel is about, self-control and staying focused. Bellevue with possession of the basketball. R.J. Smith will take over in that post position for the Bruins. Bruins with 3 solid post players in Vincent, Smith, and Wilson. Entry pass, nice job. Liam Thompson will get the assist on that play as R.J. Smith on the finish.
Bellevue's just getting whatever they want offensively, Mick. If they want to create an outside shot, they're able to do it. If they want to get it inside, they're able to do that. It's just, Valley City just doesn't have an answer.
Reversing to the opposite side here, coming around the corner is Mohammed. Now here in the hands of Grayson. Grayson draws the assignment against R.J. Smith. The step back jumper, a little too short. Christian Carter goes up for another board. He's had a couple in this second half. Pass stolen away. Good anticipation by Grayson. He'll take and he'll finish.
Yeah, it was a good play from behind. I think Shaheed Mohammed might have popped that ball out of the hand and created that turnover situation.
Grayson with 13 points. That leads the Vikings.
The Vikings are going to need a lot more of that.
Fritz double team. Loses the ball, but it's on the sideline, so it'll stay Bellevue possession. 4 new players on the floor. RJ will stay. He'll be joined by Deng, Caleb, Nigel, and Raphael.
Wilson also checking back in.
Caleb Chang on the switch. The Bruins have a huge mismatch inside if they can get it to R.J. Smith. Yes, they do. They recognize the situation. R.J., an off-balance shot, still battling for the loose ball. Olange comes away with it, trying to drive down the floor. Fingertip roll, no good. Kicked out to Chang, and the Bruins will go back to work on offense. Caleb finds Deng Zhao running the floor. Deng with a nice job of waiting for the defender to fly by.
Yeah, nice little hand fake there to get the defender in the air and then patiently puts it in.
Another good job by Bruins finding fellow teammates. The shot up and in. Odier Olange with back-to-back baskets for the Vikings.
You know, the aggressiveness on the offensive end for Valley City has just picked up here in the second half. They were a little timid, it seemed to me, Mick, in that first half. Didn't really attack the basket, very passive on offense. They have changed that coming out of the locker room. They look a lot better on the offensive end.
Nick Carlson into the game. Ladarius Stanford back into the game for the Vikings. Raphael Allen, the drive, the shot. He'll go to the free throw line for 2. Raphael, the 6'4 senior out of Gary, Indiana. redshirted last year after playing the previous year, so wants to finish strong in his Bellevue career. Southpaw shooter toes the free throw line. 2 shots here. First one up and in. Allen, a 56% free throw shooter on the season. Averages around 5 points per game. That one rolls off the edge of the rim. The rebound brought down by Nick Carlson. 4 minutes have gone by in this second half. Loose ball inside, tipped off the hands of Raphael Allen. Jump shot from the wing, no good. Deng Jiao comes away with the ball. Bellevue heads the other way. Again, some backcourt pressure. Caleb able to dribble around it. Open look inside. Bruins couldn't get it to Deng Jiao. R.J. Smith, however, gets over to Deng. Calmly steps back, doesn't take the shot.
Yeah, you just don't, when you're up 31, you don't need threes. It's just get out of here, keep the clock moving, go on with the win.
There's going to be a foul against Shaheed Muhammad as he reached across the arm of Nigel Wilson. Nigel will head to the line. Nigel, only 2 points so far tonight. He's only taken 3 shots.
He's been good distributing the ball, though, Mick. He's played really well as a facilitating post.
3 assists as well on the night. That's a good number for a post player, even for a full game. First free throw is good. Bruins 5 out of 9 from the free throw line. Now 6 out of 10. That's a better percentage. 70-37. Drive by Muhammad. Caleb almost had the steal. Here's Grayson inside against the entire Bellevue team. Grayson goes to the floor. They'll say a foul call on the play. I think just all 5 of the Bellevue players had a chance against Grayson on that possession, or 4 of the 5 anyway.
Yeah. I don't know. I thought RJ was straight up and down, didn't really move his feet. And they called him for the blocking foul.
Vikings with a lot of more individual effort. The guy gets the basketball, trying to drive to the hoop without considering teammates who might be open. The Bruins a more disciplined team, helping each other out for better looks at better baskets. Rolls around the rim and not going down. Raphael Allen with the rebound.
That's sort of the night in microcosm for Valley City State right now. That shot from the free throw line, just nothing going their way.
Allen, a good day on the rebounding. He's got 6 tonight for the Bruins. Chang to Wilson. Nice job of Wilson to come out to help. Deng Jiao from the corner. Feeds inside to RJ as the defense attacks out on him. And RJ using his strength inside for the basket. RJ in double digits on the night. Nice job on defense by RJ to get the block and the save to keep it from going out of bounds. Long pass to Nigel Wilson. Deng Jiao inside to RJ. Again, nice catch inside against the defense. RJ a little too strong on that one. The rebound comes off into the hands of Lamar Grayson. Grayson feeds back for the three-point attempt. That one won't go down on the attempt by Jerome Washington. Again, happy birthday, Jerome. Caleb working against Shaheed Muhammad. Bruins trying to get back in the offensive flow. There's a nice entry pass from Wilson, knocked out of bounds by Washington. It'll stay Bellevue basketball. Here comes a new group of 5. Odier Olange back in for Valley City, and I heard the words timeout. 13:31 remaining in today's game. The Bruins 72, the Vikings 37. Bruins' quest for the century mark continues. A little less shooting percentage for the Bruins in this half. They, again, 79% in half number 1. Only 56%. In a normal game, you're thinking, hey, that's pretty good. But Wow, that first half, incredible.
13 points here in the second half in 6.5 minutes. They're close to being on pace to get to triple digits tonight.
Bellevue has gone over the century mark one time already this season. That was a season opener back on November 1st. 101-52 win over Oakland City out of Indiana. Good way to start the year. Emar Vinson working against Olange. Again, using his size. Shot up, shot in, and the foul called.
Those big bodies for the Bruins tonight, Mick. And Vincent and RJ, they've just been dominant on the inside. Valley City State hasn't had anybody who is strong enough to keep them from getting what they want on the inside.
They could just body their way in. Both of them at 6'8". We don't have their weights, but we'll just say they're.
I think Emar might be a little more than that.
Trying to work the ball inside. Now in the possession of Carlson. Back to the top. Muhammad tries to drive his kick-out pass. A foul upcoming. Christian Carter raises his hand as the guilty party. His second personal. 4 team fouls against both squads. Some of the younger fans in attendance here this afternoon getting a good look at that inbounds play. Pass inside, knocked away. Olange still on the floor, now getting up across the way. Bounce pass, works its way over to J.J. Montgomery. He'll hit the tray from the corner. Montgomery, his third three-pointer of the night.
Yeah, he's had a good day from the outside as well. It's just been overshadowed by the lights-out shooting from T.J. Fritz.
Down low, working is Carlson. He'll kick it out to Washington. Now Olange. Step back, look for a three. Shot is nothing but net. Odier Olange knocks that one down. Olange from St. Cloud, Minnesota. TJ thought about the three, now changes to a drive, feeds Emar Vinson. That's going to be a blocking foul. Got to take some courage by Shaheed Muhammad to throw your body in front of a charging Emar Vinson.
Number 12, Muhammad, is third.
He'll pick up his third personal foul. Emar back to the free throw line for 2 more throws. Vinson with 11 points. Only 1 rebound for Emar. Bellevue's really distributed the rebounding up and down the lineup tonight.
Nick, this is already, with 12 minutes and 14 seconds to go, the most points that Bellevue has scored in a game since they played Union Adventist on November 9th, the 3rd game of the season. This is already their 3rd highest point total of the year.
And Emar good at the free throw line. 80-40. Again, the Bruins 2 times the number of points of the Vikings. Grayson with the dribble. Grayson again with the dribble. No easy way to the basket as he's facing Emar Vincent. Tries to find a teammate in the corner. Head fake and drive, pull up jump shot. It's no good. Montgomery comes away with the rebound off the Grayson miss. Oseno Nagom into the game for Valley City. He checked in during that last stoppage. Here's JJ. Almost another one, but not quite on that one. He'll get another opportunity. And that one is good. TJ Fritz on the assist. And the Bruins continue to put points on the board.
14 made threes for Bellevue now.
We should ask Bill what the team record is for made threes. In the back of my mind, another basket for the Vikings as they try to make this semi-respectable for the rest of the way. Somewhere in the head, in my mind, I think of 19, but I'm not positive on that. 18, 19, something like that. Montgomery off the mark that time. Emar Vincent on the receiving end. The shot did not hit the rim, so the shot clock continues to go down. Now 5. Emar working inside again, has that mismatch. Emar Vincent at 6'8", drawing the match against 6' Shaheed Muhammad. No contest there.
Just getting everything they want every trip down the floor. This is offensive execution for Bellevue.
and defensive execution as well. Shot off the mark. Follow-up is good, however. Nick Carlson puts the bucket in on the second chance opportunity. TJ, bounce pass, that's knocked out of bounds. It'll stay Bellevue basketball. Washington got a finger on it. Back in for the Vikings comes Jaden Pacha. And back in for the Bruins comes a whole host of purple and gold clad bodies.
TJ Fritz has taken a seat over behind the bench. And the last time he came off, he was limping a little bit. Just a very slight limp, and you can see a little hitch in his giddy up there as he's heading to his seat. Don't want to overstate it, but he's having just a little bit of a problem, it looks like, with that right foot.
Chang, the trigger man. Here's Raphael Allen working around the Wilson screen. And the pass to the bench. Raphael and Nigel, a little miscommunication there. Almost off the backside of head coach Lucas Gabriel. That'll earn you a couple of extra laps at practice. We're in our media timeout of the 9:58 mark of the second half. It's the Bellevue Bruins 85 and the Valley City State Vikings 44. John Schreiner and Mick Krupski bringing you the broadcast this evening. Bellevue fans listening in, very happy with the results. Viking fans listening in, not so much. They've played hard, but the Bruins just an outstanding night of shooting and defense.
Yeah, and look, Valley City State has not been a bad team up to this point this season. 8-3 on the year coming in. They had some really nice performances. Had won 2 out of their last 4. They had come in, coming off a 113-point performance in their last game out. But they have just been blitzed by Bellevue here in Omaha today, and it has been an impressive offensive performance. Bruins just 15 points away from triple digits for the second time this year.
Head coach Lucas Gabriel, associate head coach Nate Geiser, assistant coach Aaron Havis. The crew leading the Bruins on the coaching staff. Ryan Montgomery has assistant coaches Trevor Flemmer, Jacob Tepfer, Eric Christensen, and Austin Strobel. Watching the hot hands in Omaha tonight. Keep it going, Bruins. From Larry and Sandy Weimer from Clay Center, Kansas, TJ's grandparents. Glad you guys are with us. A hot hand for TJ tonight, especially in that first half. Off the miss. Raphael Allen with the rebound, working his way up the left side against a trio of Valley defenders. Wilson working the right side of the lane. Short shot off the glass. Nigel with a pretty move to get himself free.
When Nigel Wilson's under control and he gets it down low, I mean, he's so long and athletic. It's just so tough to stop.
Mohammed off the miss there. Bruins only 13 points away from the 100 mark. RJ sees an open look for Raphael Allen. Raphael knocks down the tray, his first tray of the night. 6 points for Raphael. Now at 90 are the Bruins.
61% from outside. Amazing.
And 73% in total. Wilson on defense. A quick turnaround with the left hand on the shot by Nick Carlson. Off the mark. Nice job by RJ. Controlling the basketball. Lucas Gabriel calls out a play for Raphael and his teammates to run. John looks inside. Wilson coming out. Now he'll get it inside to RJ. RJ can't get it to go down the first attempt, and then he's fouled from behind. Good ball movement by the Bruins.
I mean, most of the time, if you can shoot somewhere 40, 45% from outside, you're happy with that. You'll take it on a given night. And it has been some kind of shooting performance for the Bruins tonight.
48% is the season average for the Bruins, but man, tonight just outstanding. And a turnover against the Bruins as RJ loses the handle on that one. Here's this tall lineup for the Bruins. Again, you got 6'8", you got 6'8", 6'9". Drive to the basket, an open look. Quick move around the corner by Shaheed Mohammed. Mohammed now in double digits with 10. He and Grayson, 2 double-digit scores for Valley City tonight. Caleb Chang dribbles his way back out to the top. Again, the Bruins like to play the inside-outside game. They've done that. They've executed that well tonight. Allen's three-point attempt spins out of the rim. Vikings pushing ahead. Grindle leaves it behind for Washington. The drive won't go down, tipped away. Smith will clear it. And the Bruins back to work. 7.5 minutes remaining in the night's contest. The Bruins, there's a kick, so Bellevue will get the basketball back. But first, fresh bodies in for the Bruins.
Yeah, going a little bit further down the bench now. Bruins bringing in some guys who are getting to see some minutes that maybe don't normally get a ton.
That includes Matt Mathok, the Council Bluffs native.
And number 32, Montgomery.
And they'll over across the way. Yeah, 3, Willie Williams. Williams has had a good career. Didn't play last night, but on the floor tonight, a nice move. Matt Mathok switching hands on his way to the basket. Just on the floor, he scores.
It's a really deep team that Bellevue has. I mean, you've got size to spare on the bench. They can bring in a bunch of different bodies.
That pass intercepted across the way by Oseno Nagom. He'll put it in the hole and draw the foul. Emar Vincent crashes hard to the floor. You always worry every time he goes down. He's had that history of knee injuries. Looks like he's going to be okay.
Number 25, Mathok, his first.
Matt Mathok picks up his first personal foul, 5 team fouls against Bellevue. And Oseno Nagom to the free throw line from Osseo, Minnesota. Minnesota and North Dakota, fertile recruiting grounds for Valley City. Also Kansas, California, Michigan, Nevada, and Texas are locations for Viking players. Willie Williams back to the top of the key to J.J. Montgomery. Williams, a San Francisco native. First year as a Bellevue Bruin. Passed inside, almost actually declared as a shot as it hit the rim, trying to set up Emar Vincent. Quick three-point attempt, that one short. Ball loose on the floor. Christian Carter comes away with it. Christian Carter skies up to grab that one. Inside to Mathok, double team, trying to work his way free. Able to get it out to Carter. Carter in the corner, over the top pass. Here's Willie Williams on the drive. Kicked out. Christian Carter with 3 seconds on the shot clock. Won't go down. May have got a finger on it by one of the Viking defenders.
But you know what? Lucas Gabriel will be happy with that position, or that possession, because he always talks about wanting his team to work inside out. They have to get a touch in the paint before you take those outside shots. They did a nice job of working inside out, trying to find an open look. They got one late in the shot clock. It was just a better defensive effort on that possession. But that's what they want to do. That's the idea for Bellevue.
Staying disciplined. You know, a game, a blowout like this, you know, you tend to think, oh, I'm going to score my points. I'm going to do as well on my stat line as I can. Shot off the mark on the miss by Nagom. Bruins clear it. Emar dribbles over near the corner. Bruins, again, trying to run their patterns, trying to run their offense. Here's Williams. Gets his defender in the air, then back down. Kicks it out to Montgomery. J.J. knocks it down. Another three-pointer for the Bruins.
Montgomery.
Unbelievable. Montgomery's had a great night.
Lost it all. This Montgomery, that's his 5th three-pointer. 17 points for J.J. Drive to the basket. Strong athletic move there by Lamar Grayson for the bucket. And the follow-up free throw. Willie Williams picks up his first personal foul. That's 17 fouls against Bellevue. Back into the game comes Ladarius Stanfield.
And you know, I don't know if we're going to see TJ Fritz for the rest of this one. He's got the shoe untied over there. So after making 7 in the first half, I don't think he's going to come back in and try to challenge for that record.
No, Lee Ames, your three-point record may be secure, at least for a while longer. That was back in 2014, so 10 years ago. Tipped away, corralled inside by Mathak. A nice move by Matt. Gets the friendly tip on the rim, and it goes down. Matt Mathak picks up his second basket of the night.
A couple of nice offensive moves from Matt Mathak since coming in off the bench.
Stanfield on the miss. Mathak grabs another rebound. Matt redshirted last year. He's a Council Bluffs native out of Abraham Lincoln High School. Carter keeps control of the basketball. Bruins again patiently running the offense. Shot clock under 10. Montgomery finds his way through the defense. It rolls off the edge, but a nice play by Emar Vinson to collect the offensive rebound. Bruins continuing to battle. Nice head fake to get the defender to fly by. Montgomery off the mark on that one. Looking for three-pointer number 6. Three-point attempt for the Vikings. Misses everything. Mathak with the rebound. Willie Williams took that one in the chops for receiving the pass, but able to hang on to it. Willie, the only Bruin not to score yet tonight. Only been in the game for a couple of minutes. Strong defensive play there by the Vikings. By Nick Carlson. Ahead to Stanfield. He'll put it in the hoop. 97-53. The Bruins still have over 3 minutes to score 3 points to get over the century mark. I know that's really not really a concern of Lucas Gabriel, but it's, you know, just something to talk about.
It's something for us to consider.
Yeah.
Nick, it's what folks like you and I talk about.
There we go. Willie Williams with the left hand. And now all the Bellevue players, I believe that's 12, who've seen action on the floor, are in the scoring column. 1 point away from that magic century mark. We could be like Harry Carey, you know, on blowout games. We can say names backwards.
Yeah, there you go.
Drink more Budweiser. The drive by Jaden Pacha. Good for the Vikings. Kind of an errant pass there. Saved by Matt Mathak. A great effort. They're going to say over and back, however.
Over back.
The Bruins have done a pretty good job tonight handling the basketball. They do have a dozen turnovers. But they've been able to put 99 points on the board, so you're not quite so concerned with that.
Number 14, Allen. Number 23.
Drive to the basket. Solid defense by the Bruins. Mathak with the defensive play, but his foot was standing on the baseline, so the ball goes back. Deng Jal back in. Raphael Allen back in for the home team. Grayson. Nice work with the left hand, high off the glass. Grayson with 17 points.
It kind of looks like both teams have accepted the result here down the stretch. The intensity's been turned down a little bit. Just kind of playing it out as everything pretty academic at this point.
These two teams will meet 2 more times this year. January 31st at Valley City, and then back here on February 14th for the finale of this 3-game set. So the Bruins will host twice. 99-57, Bruins still trying to hit that century mark. Had a couple opportunities to get there. Still have a minute and a half to get it accomplished. Around the corner comes Pacha, defended by Deng Jal. That's no good. Pacha gets it back. There's a tie-up. They're going to say a foul on the play on the floor.
Foul starts for the Bruins, number 25. Mathak hits third.
Matt Mathak picks up his third personal foul. 4 points and 3 fouls in 6 minutes of play for Matt. So that means you're getting involved.
He's been in there.
And 1.
Stanfield, the 1-and-1.
Getting his money's worth for sure.
And he gets a couple of friendly taps in the basket. One more free throw here. Stanfield with 12 points on the night for Valley City. Caleb Chang patiently bringing the ball up the floor. Ahead to Matt Mathak, and there's going to be a foul. The Bruins get a chance to get to the century mark from the free throw line.
Foul's going to be charged to number 22.
They'll say the foul goes against Ladarius Stanfield. That's his second personal foul. Looked like the Bruins were thinking about calling a timeout, but instead it'll be Deng Jal at the free throw line.
Yeah, it will be a 1-and-1 here. 17th foul on the Vikings.
And it's good. The Bruins hit the century mark for the second time this year, now 100-59. There would be more of an enthusiastic cheer for that. We're at a tighter game, but the result has long been determined. And 2 consecutive free throws by Deng Jal. The Bruins have tied their season high, matching the 101 they scored against Oakland City. Washington, on his birthday, gets the basket in the lane, his first basket of the night. That'll be a good way to celebrate. Birthday number 20-something, I'm assuming. And a tackle at midcourt by Lamar Grayson. That will send Raphael Allen to the free throw line. Bruins just really wanting to burn the remaining time on the clock as much as they can, but both teams still playing hard, so the foul called. Third personal against Grayson. Raphael Allen with 6 points tonight. 6 points and 8 rebounds. Makes the front end of the 1-and-1. He'll get another. And now a new season record, 102 points.
That's pretty impressive to do that in a conference game against a like opponent.
And as
Peer, if you will.
And as you mentioned earlier, the Bruins lost a heartbreaker last night. They kind of gave it away in the last couple of seconds. So to bounce back like this is a great tribute to the coaches and team. Ladarius Stanfield knocks that one down. The Sacramento native has 12 points.
And big credit to the Bruins here tonight. The way they came out, the way they started this game, it just never gave the Vikings really a shot at getting into the game. They were run out of the building in the first 10 minutes when TJ Fritz went off and just knocked down a whole bunch of three-pointers. They just never had a shot. And that's because Bellevue never let them into the door, essentially. Kept them on the outside for the whole game.
Willie Williams with that last basket by the Bruins off the Nigel Wilson assist. The Bruins with 38 made field goals tonight, 27 assists to help make those possible. Three-point shot is good. Pacha from distance, Jaden Pacha. Again, the Vikings continue to put pressure on in the backcourt, just maybe for a little extra practice as Bruins get it across the timeline. And now we'll just have about 8 seconds of peace and quiet as we wait for the final seconds to tick off. Raphael will just hold the basketball, shaking hands with Jerome Washington. And this one is in the book. Our final score, the Bellevue Bruins 105, the Valley City Vikings 66. An outstanding performance by the Bruins on both offense and defense. The Vikings coming in averaging 85 points per game. They're held to 19 points under their season average. The Bruins coming in averaging 73. They're 32 points above.
Yeah, just a tremendous offensive performance for Bellevue. They shot the ball so well. We're able to get some guys some minutes who are a little further down the bench and rest a few guys on a weekend when you play 2 games, which is always important, right? So goals achieved, I think, for this one. You wanted to get the win, obviously, and get yourself back to level in your conference record. They achieved that, and an offensive performance to remember. Certainly, there's a lot of guys who remember this one as one of their best games in a BU uniform.
That's right. Just going a little bit crazy out there. Let's do some scoring wrap-ups here. Lamar Grayson had 17 points. Odier Olange had 9. Shahid Muhammad had 10. Jaden Pacha with 7, and off the bench, Osano Nagome had 3. Nick Carlson with 4. 2 for Jerome Washington. And the leading scorer coming off the bench, Ladarius Stanfield, had 14 points. 39% shooting for Valley City in tonight's contest. For the Bellevue Bruins, starting 5 accounted for a whole bunch of points. TJ Fritz got the most, 26 points, most of those coming in the first half, including 7 3-pointers made. Nigel Wilson had 6. Christian Carter had 3. Raphael Allen had 8. Leon Thompson with 2. And off the bench for the Bruins, Willie Williams had 4. Caleb Chang with 3. Deng Jal had 6. Matt Mathak had 4. 17 points, a great effort by J.J. Montgomery, including 5 from behind the arc. 15 points from Emar Vincent, another effort for him as he continues to increase his playing time. And fellow post player R.J. Smith with 11. The Bruins wind up shooting 68% from the floor and 58% from behind the three-point arc. Outstanding numbers by the Bellevue Bruins.
Yeah, they were just really good tonight. I mean, didn't have a weak spot on the floor tonight. Everybody contributing. Didn't miss many shots. And despite committing what I would say is probably too many fouls in the first half, 12, 13 fouls I think they ended the first half with. Yep. It didn't hurt them because they shot the ball so well and were so efficient offensively. And then defensively as well. I mean, you hold Valley City, a team that's coming off a 113-point performance, to 66, cut that number in half, essentially. I mean, that's a pretty good defensive performance as well. This was just an all-around great game for Bellevue, and they've got to feel good going into the week of practice now ahead of the next conference weekend.
One more game next week. That'll take place on December 18th. Is that Tuesday or Wednesday? Waldorf University will come to town. Waldorf Warriors, a former member of North Star Athletic Association, and Midland Collegiate Athletic Conference before that, coming in 6 o'clock tip-off for that one against Waldorf. Waiting to see if head coach Lucas Gabriel is going to be able to make his way up to our broadcast position and have a quick chat along with one of the Bellevue players.
Now, this is one that you can point to and say, hey, remember when we did all those things right? Like, that's something you can keep in the memory bank and use it as fuel going forward to say, this is how we can play.
That's right.
This is what we are capable of. So when things maybe start to go a little bit wrong, you can keep that in the back of your mind and say, no, this is the team that we can be if we do everything right, and did a lot of things right tonight for Bellevue.
A benchmark for the Bruins to imitate throughout the season. For the Valley City Vikings, they're back in action tomorrow afternoon. They travel to Madison, South Dakota to take on the Dakota State Trojans. Not sure the game time. That's sometime tomorrow afternoon, so you can check with the Dakota State website for that one. And for the Vikings as well, they know there are 2 more contests against Bellevue this year, so opportunities for revenge after this kind of embarrassing blowout, 105-66. All right, we've got head coach Lucas Gabriel on his way up, along with Raphael Allen. All right, joining us on our post-game wrap-up. You have to be just a little bit happier today than you were last night, right?
We're happier, but to be honest, we don't feel that much better. You know, we know we let one slip away, and we're 1-1 in league when we know we should be 2-0. But that's okay. We've last year we were 1-2 to start league, and we still won the league. And you know, I gave the guys 4 examples since I've been the head coach here where we've basically given away games that we should have won early in the conference season, and we still ended up winning the league. So we know what we're capable of, and I think that was a demonstration tonight.
They took those words to heart for sure. There, at one point, you were shooting like 79% from the floor, 69% from behind the three-point arc. Those are just incredible. You finished shooting 68% in your field goal percentage. That's got to be one of the top performances you've ever seen here.
I think that considering we were playing a quality conference opponent that came in here, I believe with a 8-3 record coming into the game, and they had some great wins. They beat Dakota Wesleyan already. They've beaten Briar Cliff already, who we lost to, and to me, that was probably the best performance we've ever had against a conference team since I've been the head coach. You know, I know Coach Eisner and Coach Pavin obviously had some fabulous teams and did a number on some people, but since I've been here the last 6-7 years, that's probably our most complete performance against a conference foe.
I know one of the things you emphasize is team play. 38 made baskets, and of those 38, 27 had assists. So teammates finding other teammates for good looks.
Yeah, we want to play, you know, like those early 2000 San Antonio Spurs teams that could really share the ball, like those really good Golden State Warrior teams, like the 80s Celtics. I mean, you start thinking about teams that really could share the ball, and we want to mimic that. And I think that assist number, you know, speaks to our style of what we want to do. When we're playing at our best, we're above 15 assists, so 27, of course, is off the charts.
One more game next week against Waldorf, then you've got a little time off for Christmas. What are you planning on doing during the holidays?
I'm going to try to work out and stay in shape. And, you know, we got Christmas with the kids and you know, and spend a lot of time with the family, and that's the main thing. So a lot of the guys will get to go home and see their family, and that's what's most important, so that'll be good. Waiting in the wings, we have Raphael Allen. Talk about Raphael's performance tonight. Well, Raphael, he's just so steady. I ask so much of him. Sometimes I'm playing him at the 2. Sometimes I'm playing at the 1-5. And we're moving him around, and he never complains. He just wants to win. You know, he's one of our best defenders. He's one of our best rebounders. He just does a little bit of everything for us. You know, and he's so hard on himself. You know, I wish he would be not so hard on himself sometimes. He can get pretty mad at himself, but it's just because he has high expectations for himself, and you know, we got high expectations for the program, and he wants to be great, and I felt like he deserved to come out here because we told the team that we needed a response today, and I thought that he showed up this morning at our shoot-around in our film session, and he just had an edge about himself. And I thought the whole team followed him and his leadership, and I thought that was a big part of why we played the way we did tonight. That's a good segue to hand the microphone off. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. We'll talk to you one more time before that all happens, but congrats on the win tonight. Thank you so much. Head coach Lucas Gabriel, our first guest on the post-game wrap-up. Guest number 2, Raphael Allen. Raphael, congratulations on a great game tonight. To you and to your teammates. Let's quick look at your line here. 8 points, 2 out of 3 field goal shooting, including a tray, 3 out of 5 from the free throw line, 8 rebounds. You were a force on the boards tonight.
Yes, sir.
Bruins have kind of a team mentality when it comes to rebounds. Don't you? A lot of guys contribute, guards, forwards, post players as well.
Yes, sir.
Last year you redshirted. This is your 3rd year as a Bellevue Bruin.
Correct.
What was it like last year as a redshirt watching other guys play? What was going through your mind?
Really, it was just soaking everything in, seeing what I can do, learning from the other guys' mistakes, and just taking advantage of the time I have. Like when these guys are, they're doing like extra work. I'm getting in extra work. I'm getting in the weight room, trying to get bigger, just getting myself prepared for the next season, and just taking everything in and learning, taking what I can from the other guys that's playing, and better myself for the team.
You're a Gary, Indiana native.
Yes,
you
sir.
started your college career at a couple of other places. How did you find your way to Bellevue University 3 years ago?
So I went to JUCO, San Diego City College, and Coach Gabe, he actually, he's familiar with my JUCO coach, Andy Brown, and he's the coach at Saddleback, so I think that's how the connection was made.
Your final year here, your senior this year. Have you set yourself any personal goals, things you'd like to accomplish this year, as well as team goals?
I wouldn't say so much as personal goals, but team goals for sure. You know, we want to win everything that we can. Regular season, conference tournament, and then get to that nationals and make as deep run as we can. And I think, me personally, the goal I set for myself is just what my defensive mindset I could bring. You know, Coach Gay asked me to pick the ball up full court every game, so I just want to do my best in that regard, and then just do whatever I can to help the team win.
You're a great contributor to this program. We all appreciate that, watching you on the floor.
Yes, sir.
I'd like to say hello to anybody listening in Gary along the Bellevue Sports Network.
I'd like to say what's up to my mom and my sisters if they tuned in, and then my brother, all my family. Love y'all. Much love.
All right. Thanks for coming up, Raphael Allen, our guest on the post-game wrap-up. That'll do it for tonight, and we'll let you head back to your teammates and enjoy the victory. A good finish to this opening weekend in conference play. Again, the Bellevue Bruins win it by a score of 105-66, a new scoring record on the season for the Bruins. John Schreider coming back in to grab the sweaty headphones and give us his final thoughts on tonight's contest.
Yeah, this is just a good win for Bellevue. I mean, it's got to feel good coming off the disappointment from last night to come out and put on that kind of performance and leave no doubt, really not have to stress down the stretch and walk out of here with a big win. That's a good feeling, and I'm sure certainly a lot better feeling than they left last night with.
All right, well, that'll wrap it up for tonight. Thanks once again to John coming in and filling the shoes here. Great job on the color commentary. Thanks to Logan working behind the scenes, running the camera and the board. And that'll wrap it up for our basketball weekend. We'll be back next week for one men's game against Waldorf. And then our Christmas holiday, more basketball action coming up the rest of December, January, and February. And into March, too, March Madness. Signing off on the Bellevue Bruin Sports Network, Mick Krupski. Enjoy the rest of your